In my high school, there was the white cafeteria and the jocks cafeteria, and then there was a spit cafeteria, which the Spanish kids went into to eat. And I would go in between both.
Was it official from the school or just?
It was unofficial, so nobody got their feelings hurt. That's what the Spics ate. That's what the white kids ate. And the teachers ate in there, so it really didn't make it look bad. The teachers had a lounge in there.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'll never forget. One of my favorite teachers of all time was talking to me in front of that place. And while he was talking to me from a distance, a kid walked in between him and stepped on his shoes. And Mr. T looked at me and goes, "Pardon me." And the kid goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Next time, get your hoop-doop-de-doop merengue shoes off my feet." And I'll never forget dying my ass off. The kid was offended. Hoop-doop-de-doop merengue shoes off my feet. And the kid nearly died. But it was official but unofficial. Did the Cuban kids mind it? Not really. They would just happen to be in this country. Somebody put up my 6th grade picture the other day. 6th grade, Mr. Kingwell's class. No, it was 7th grade, Mr. Levito. The motherfucker left me back. And in that class, there were 3 kids that you could obviously tell were not 12 years old. One kid's name was Juan Soto. The other kid's name was Lazarito Villar, and I forget what the other kid's name was. They were shipped in the 7th grade in those days. If you had been in the American system for too long, because it was taking you too long to learn English, they would just keep you in the 7th grade. Like 2 or 3 times. And by that time, Louis Aldivar, you could tell he was starting to get a beard. I wish it was another girl put it up so I couldn't take it down from her thing or really share it. I tried, but it wouldn't let me share it. And it shows me in the top with like a white t-shirt on with like this fucking pornographic shirt on in Miss Levito's class. But Juan Soto quit school in the 7th grade because he knocked the girl up. And he had to go to work. I'll never forget still walking home with him on his last day of school and him telling me, "Bro, I got to go load trucks tomorrow." He was, how old are you in the 7th grade?
They pulled me back 1 grade when we came here. So
how old are you usually in the 7th grade?
12?
12,
12 or 13,
12.
He was 15.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was 15.
Yeah, probably skip a couple of years.
Yeah. He was 15. He already was a man in the 6th, 7th grade. And they were going to skip him. And Lazarito Villar, they pulled him. I remember seeing him punch the principal in the fucking head with a straight arm one day in the basement when I was eating lunch by myself. I saw him say something to Lazarito, and Lazarito told him, "Fuck off." And the teacher got in his face, and before the teacher could even square, Lazarito caught him in the jaw with a straight arm, and the teacher, his legs went out from under him. He was trying to walk, and he kept saying, I'm going to the office. I mean, that's how tough those kids were. But they would hold you back until you learned the language. I mean, I'm not saying it's racist or whatever. I'm just saying that they wanted you to speak enough English to at least be able to move around in high school. These guys were refusing to do it. There's Cubans that have gotten here in 1959 that still refuse to learn the language because they always thought they were going to go back to Cuba and it was going to be a waste of their time.
My parents, my mom and dad, they didn't learn English until I left. I had left home. They were just those, them two, my mom and dad living at home. So they have free time. So they started going to a night school to learn English. My dad never really learned it. My mom picked up with some of it, enough. Because then again, no matter how much English you learn, when you're in Miami, first of all, you're learning it from Cuban teachers that don't necessarily have the best accent, Second of all, there's nobody really in Miami to practice it with because all the other Cubans, especially in the area that my mom lives, they all speak Spanish.